Okay, so from the posh neighborhood of Wellington, where I found myself, well, as of 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, I find myself back in Auckland. And, it was a long drive. I woke up this morning at about 4 and hit the road and headed up to Auckland. And GPS says it's about 7.5 hours, so with stops it's about 8.5 hours, and it's like a 2-lane road the whole way, just a lot of winding roads and what have you. Pretty drive through some of the way, but driving for 8 hours, and it's pretty much a 2-lane highway, pretty challenging, and the car didn't have cruise control at all. But I found my way back up to Auckland. It's a Thursday night, and summer's gone, so it's actually a fall night here in Auckland. But it's beautiful nonetheless, and I'm really glad to be back. I really didn't even see much of Wellington, and I think that I'm going to call the New Zealand Tourism Board and just tell them to take New Zealand off the map, or not New Zealand off the map. What am I saying? No, take Wellington off the map. From what I did see of Wellington, not any place that I'm going to rush to go back to, and I wouldn't necessarily suggest anybody else go to Wellington either. But who knows? I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But anyway, so I made it up here to Auckland, and I decided to just live a little bit and get a nice place, and I went on Airbnb. And I rented a place in this building called the Metropolis. I think it's the second highest building in Auckland, and just a beautiful, beautiful building. I went back and forth with the owner of this particular apartment on Airbnb. When I was coming down here, I was going to rent his place for a month, but we couldn't come to terms on it. And anyway, and that was all good. I found some other places to stay during the last 2 months, but when I was thinking of my last weekend here in Auckland, I thought I was going to pamper myself, and I'm going to stay at the Metropolis. And I had booked, let's see, it's Thursday night. I had booked Friday, Saturday night, thinking Sunday night I'd stay at the airport somewhere. But as I was driving up, I just thought, I'm not going to mess with trying to find a hotel or an Airbnb accommodation. So I called him up. His name is Jason. I called Jason up and I asked him if he had availability tonight and Sunday. And he said yes, and I booked the 4 nights. And then he called me back to tell me that he couldn't check me in tonight until about 10 o'clock. And at the price that I'm paying, I thought, it's just not worth it to stay there tonight. So I told him that I would find a place to stay, and I did. I'm sitting in a hotel room, probably not even a 5-minute walk from the Metropolis. So anyway, so I'm going to meet him tomorrow morning for coffee at about 8, and then check into the Metropolis, and I'm going to stay there for 3 nights. And this place is posh. It's really nice. It's got a beautiful amenities, nice jacuzzi, nice pool, great location, beautiful view. So I'm going to enjoy the accommodations there at the Metropolis. And today I'm just enjoying the accommodations. I'm at a hotel called 10 Quadrant Loop, Quadrant, 10 Quadrant Loop, here in Auckland. And I'm up on the, I think it's the 10th floor. But anyway, it's a nice place. I'll show it to you here in a moment. And before I do, a thought that I was having was that even though I'm here physically in New Zealand, my mind is anywhere but. My mind is in Australia, because that's where I'm going on. That's where I'm going on Monday morning. So these 3 days here, even though I'm going to stay at a nice place for the weekend, I'm going to buckle down and put in 3 really good productive days' work, and then Monday morning it's a flight over to Melbourne, So I'm going to be staying in Melbourne for let's say I got 1 week at a home there in Melbourne, and then 10 days, so that's 17 days, just shy of 3 weeks in Melbourne. And then it's off to, I think it's off to the Gold Coast, and from the Gold Coast down to Sydney. But as I tell all my, well, as I tell a lot of people, I'm not on vacation. You know, this is, it's work as usual. I get up early, and I put in my work. So it's not a vacation, but I certainly wish it were. Speaking of vacation, I'm going to try to take a vacation when I get back to California. Just a real toes in the sand and beer in the hand type of a vacation. Well, I don't know about the beer in the hand, because I've just pretty much all but given up drinking. That's another story in and by itself. But anyway, so I will show you the place that I found here. I'll just bring this around, and I'll start with the view that you can see just right out the window here. So you can see it's really a beautiful day here in downtown Auckland. That's the port right over there, and I can see a ferry coming in, and you can see it as well. So there's the ferry just coming in right there, and then if I pan around, you can see the various apartments. Very, very nice buildings here. You know, in contrast to just say Budapest, where I've spent a lot of time, you're not going to see these really, really nice, beautiful buildings in Budapest, at least not yet. They're rebuilding that city, a lot of it, so maybe some years from now you'll see the nice buildings like this over there. But those buildings in Budapest, I shouldn't be too hard on those. Those buildings are nice. The architecture in those buildings is just gorgeous. See if anybody's out enjoying the fall evening on their terrace. And then I'll just close off this little video here by showing you the accommodations here. So I have a nice work area, which is really good. And then there's the bedroom over there. And it actually has a nice little kitchen area. Nothing too fancy, but it's comfortable and it works. They've got a fitness area downstairs. They have a jacuzzi and a restaurant and a bar and all that good stuff. So anyway, that's all from Auckland. I'm getting ready to enjoy a nice weekend here in New Zealand, my last weekend. So that's all for now.